Storing and Maintaining PPE by Nazrin binti Junaidi. Maintaining PPE. An effective system of maintenance of PPE is essential to make sure the equipment continues to provide the degree of protection for which it is designed. Therefore, the manufacturer's maintenance schedule, including recommended replacement periods and shelf life, must always be followed. Inspect PPE before each use. With most PPE, it only takes a few minutes to inspect the equipment for any breaks, tears, and visible sign of stress or damage. Maintenance may include cleaning, examination, replacement, repair, and testing. You may be able to carry out simple maintenance, for example cleaning, but more intricate repair must only be carried out by competent personnel. Immediately remove any damaged equipment from service until a competent person or a manufacturer's representative can certify the equipment for use. If not authorized by a manufacturer to repair PPE, do not attempt to fix it. The costs associated with the maintenance of PPE are the responsibility of the employer. Storage for PPE. Where PPE is provided, adequate storage facilities for PPE must be made available for when it is not in use, unless the employee may take PPE away from the workplace, for example, footwear or clothing. All PPE must be stored in clean or sanitary condition ready for use. Accommodation may be simple, for example packs for waterproof clothing or safety helmets, and it needs not to be fixed. For example, a case for safety glasses, a container in a vehicle, or Ziploc bags on a designated shelf. Storage should be adequate to protect the PPE from contamination, loss, damage, water, or sunlight. Proper storage often requires a dry and clean place that is not subject to temperature extremes. A hard hat hanging in the back window of a truck, for example, may suffer sun and heat damage that prematurely ages the shell, reducing worker protection. Where PPE may become contaminated during use, storage should be separated from any storage provided for ordinary clothing. Duties of employees regarding PPE. Employees must take reasonable steps to ensure that PPE provided is properly used. For example, PPE must be worn and used in accordance with the instructions provided. Employees must take all reasonable steps to ensure that PPE is returned to proper storage after it has been used, unless the employee may take PPE away from the workplace, for example, the footwear or clothing. PPE must be examined before use. Any loss or obvious defect must be immediately reported to their supervisor, and employees must take reasonable care of any PPE provided to them and not to carry out any maintenance unless trained and authorized.